Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Jumping on here tonight. You know, what's the deal? Somebody holla at me. On this lovely night, good weather outside. You don't know how much your advice saved me, man. Hey, listen, I appreciate it. You know, I was hollering at my uncle on the phone today. You know, he's been watching my videos. I don't ever say his name, but, you know, he was just like, man, keep it up, nephew. And, you know, I was just telling him, you know, the game that he blessed me with changed my life. You know, the game that I was blessed with changed my life. So the fact that I'm giving it out to y'all and you saying it's changing your life, you know, each one teach one. That's how it's supposed to go. Drop some jewels, man. That's all I do. I can't help but drop some jewels. Let's put some questions in the chat. You know, not too long ago I was on here and I accepted a couple people to come on to the live. Some ladies came on to the live. So I think, you know, y'all put y'all request in. Y'all come on and show your face and ask some questions. Okay, good game, Goldie. Yeah. Where you get that tea from, man? Hey, man, I ain't giving this shit out. Yeah, that shit like nice and right, tight in all the right places. I ain't giving this shit out, man. Everybody gonna be running around with this type of shirt on. That was some official free game you gave out on YouTube with Pimpin' Ken, man. And that shit is crumbs, man. That shit is so basic, so ABC. It's almost not worth talking about, man. When I put that shit out, I was like, man, that shit was cool. But I love the, you know, the feedback. Sometimes I forget it's like this, you know, when you have kids and they do something, you be like, come on, you should know better than that. That's how I feel giving out this game. Like, it should just be so basic to me, but to y'all, because y'all ain't never had it, y'all be like, damn, that was cold. So, you know, I'm going to just keep kicking it and just wait until I get into the heavier topics. But I'm glad y'all like that video. Go run it up. It was some gems in there, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Y'all got to check my Flacco interview. The interview, I was on a motherfucking roll. And shit, me and Ken got a whole nother video that ain't even dropped yet. Bobby 5-star was happening. My God. Real ones respect you because that's my word. Man, hey, because real recognize real. You hear what I'm saying? Even if you ain't got this game, you feel this game. Because everything I'm spitting is how it's supposed to go. And deep down in your soul, you know you ain't been living right. You know society has tricked you out your position. You know the relationship you in right now, the position you playing ain't right. That's why the messages I give hit your soul. Because in your soul, you know what I'm kicking is the way it's supposed to go. I've been wanting to tap in with the game, God, man. Tap in with me. Tap in with me. Y'all check my site too. I got courses, I got books, I got game calls, weekly game calls. We chop it up on levels that we can't chop it up online. Weekly game calls, and in that weekly game call, you get to jump on with everybody in the group, ask questions. You get in a private community with us. You get all the game. You get a private community where you got all tons of exclusive videos. You know, check that out. Playboy, I see you keep doing your thing. Yes, sir, man. I barely got started, man. I'm going to take this shit inside. Man, I just started doing this shit a little over a year ago. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting motherfucking started. Now check this out. Now y'all know. Look at that right there. This shit kind of too bright a little bit. I might have to. It's a little too bright. Let me see. Let me know how that's looking. How that's looking. Man, put some questions in the chat. Add yourself into the video. She said, when I go to the gym, you be in the back of my mind. That's what make me keep going, my guy. Yeah, get your motherfucking asses in the motherfucking gym and have yourself looking presentable out here. Man, it don't cost nothing to go to the gym. And just like for a dude, though, you know, a BBL will shoot a 6 to an 8. Getting your body right as a man will shoot you from a 6 to an 8 too. So, you know, that shit is free. You got to stay young, active, and attractive. You know what I'm saying? You can't be talking a whole bunch of good game, but visually you don't look like some good game. You know, I'm going to stay invested in my exterior and my interior just as much. Call me soon for me. Looking pristine. Should I cut my friends off if my friends aren't progressing in life? Yes, you should. You are the average sum of the 5 people you hang around, right? Let me ask everybody this question, right? If I had to judge you, if I wanted to meet you, based on your friends in your circle, would I want to meet you? Because that's how you being judged, and that's who you really are, right? So ask yourself, if somebody important said, all right, you want to meet me? Cool. Let me meet the 5 people you hang around most. And then based on that interaction, I'll decide if I want to meet you. Based on your woman, based on your man, I'm going to decide if you get this opportunity and if I want to meet you. Would you say, yeah, they going to do me right and, you know, I want them to meet them? If you get what I'm saying, y'all see this. Y'all see this. Patek. Y'all know nothing about this right here. Patek Aquanaut, you know. I'm going classy with it. I'm going plain with it. Goldie, if you give me $1,000, can you show me the whole? Man, get the fuck out of here. If you gave me $1,000, would I show you the whole game? Motherfuckers paying $1,500 a month just on my course. If I give you the game, it's gonna cost the real game. It's gonna cost way more than $1,000, man. The game that made me millions, I'm gonna give you it for $1,000, and that's why you never get it. Coming disrespectful like that, you supposed to come and say, hey, what program you got for $1,000? I just want to get with you. And then you work your way up to that. And then you got 304 in your name. Come on. Shit, you'd have to bring me a fee about 50 plus for me to even consider something like that. I ain't got to forgive nobody. I'll still sleep better. Oh yeah, did y'all check my video? You know, when I said I don't forgive, I don't. And I don't believe in that rhetoric, you know, you forgive people for yourself, not for them. Man, I don't got to forgive you, you know, because if I forgive, I got to forget, and I don't want to forget. That's how you go in circles. Every motherfucker that you done forgave, you let them do the same thing to you again. Why? Because when you forgave, you forgot. I don't forget, and I don't forgive. Just stay your ass over there. But I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to forgive you, right? And I can sleep well at night. It's a lot of people that I haven't forgave for what they've done. And I sleep well at night. It causes no burden on my soul when I go to sleep. I don't gotta fucking forgive you. That's some weak ass shit. Motherfuckers is so motherfucking weak in this society. Y'all so goddamn weak. I have to forgive for myself and let it go. I don't feel like that at all. I don't forgive you, and it hurts me none when I go to sleep at night that I didn't forgive you about the shit. How many hours a night do you sleep? Do you think sleep is important for gym gains? That's what they say. They say it's important for gym gains. You know, I don't try to believe too much into anything. Because whatever you believe is what it is. If you feel like you need sleep to grow, then shit, you're going to need sleep to grow. Yeah, I eat organic foods when I can. Do you wear cologne? Yep, I wear cologne. I'm just getting on here. Niggas ain't from 304. I'm back in business, big bro. Finna hit for this settlement and come to Miami and fuck with you. Come fuck with me. Shit, I'll be everywhere, man, not just Miami. Keep doing what you're doing, cause you know what, let me tell you, is haters out here and they will hate on your shit. So don't let nobody get you down. I don't give a fuck about no hater. Man, let me tell you something. If they ain't hating, you ain't doing something right. I used to relish knowing when I bought a chain, niggas was gonna try to rob me. I would be at the store with my partner, and we'll get the chain, and we would laugh saying, ooh, niggas is gonna wanna rob me. You ain't doing nothing if niggas ain't hating. That's society. If you ain't hating, you ain't doing nothing. So I ain't never worried about a hater, man. Shit, my haters validate me. It let me know I'm doing something. Because if everybody like you, trust me, you's a fake motherfucker. Everybody I know who sounding perfect and polished and ain't nobody disliking them because they a fake ass, fraud ass motherfucker. If you real, man, you gonna have haters. That's just what it is. Forgiveness is not logical. Nah, let me tell you what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is another one of those tricks in the Bible that they put in there so you wouldn't revolt on your oppressor. Why are you telling me to just like turn the other cheek, right? Forgive. You know, it's what's the other one? You know, talking down on being rich and things. It's all of the things to disempower you. They don't want you to revolt against the powers that be that oppress you, so they put little shit in the Bible like forgive. You know, turn the other cheek. Fuck all that shit. Fuck you. You do something to me, fuck you. I don't forgive you. Stay over there. That's how I feel. Not a one-time payment. You got to subscribe for the game, Jack. Yeah, I couldn't give you the game. It wouldn't be game if I could just give it to you in one session. It took a long time for me to get this game. When I was coming up, you would sit at the feet of your mentors, and through daily actions and daily things that you go into, you would come to your mentor with the game and what's going on in your life, and he would give you different avenues and ways to go about it, and watch how you do with the information he gives you, right? You can't just give a motherfucker a bunch of shit and then all of a sudden you got the game. It don't work like that. That's not game. That's information. Game is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which you could only get through application. I got to know your situation. I got to give you the framework of how I'm thinking. That's where everybody get it wrong. You think you could buy some game. You can buy some frameworks, but get my game guy mentality course, because I really break down the foundation and the fundamentals of the way you need to think in the frameworks. Right? Self-love. Because everybody missed that part. You really can't listen. If you want to be in a game, if you want to have, if you want to get the foundational thinking of it, you got to really believe that you're a God. You have to feel like you're a God. You have to really have self-love. You have to really be able to be by yourself and love yourself so much that you would never allow a woman, a man, or anybody to disrespect you or treat you less than you feel like you should be treated like a king. And you got to really be ready to stand on that shit. But you can't stand on that shit if you don't have self-love. You know? But they skip that part, and all this shit they be talking, and all of these PUA, pickup lines, this, that, and the third. They want to just give you some lines. They're not trying to make you become the person first. And then, you got my other shit where I really try to tell you, man, you got to be that man. Don't just be talking this shit. Why don't you be the man that you professing to be? You ain't got the woman that you got. You don't have the woman that you want right now because you're not the man that you think you are. Because the man who has women like that, he's not trying to get them because he attracts them, because he is who he is. So get your shit together. Get in the gym. Start working out. Start reading. Have some wisdom about yourself. Get on your motherfucking business. Become that man. Don't just be trying to sound like that, man. You got to talk the talk and walk the walk. Yeah, I'm going to let you join the video. What's a good way to knock if you doleless? The same way you would knock if you wasn't doleless. What's the difference? You ain't leading with your money when you knock something. You leading with your game. You leading with your presence. You leading with who you are as a man. You leading with your game. So you do it the same way. And I'll be honest, when you doleless, it's a lot easier to knock a broad. When you having it your way, a lot of times a woman don't really want to fuck with you because she know you got some shit going on. You know you don't need her. Every time I was holeless and doleless, it was easy for me to get another woman because a woman love a man that she could be the only one. Love a man that needs her. You get what I'm saying? So if it's hard for you to knock and you doleless and holeless, man, you're doing something wrong. Because it was way easier when I was holeless and doleless to catch me something than when I was having it my way. Because now you got to bring her into a situation that's already moving and she going to have doubts. Can I stand up to this shit? Am I going to be the best? Am I going to be to put to the side? He don't need me, so do he really give a fuck about me? Rather than she coming into a situation with a man on a come up and she's like, I'm gonna get all this time, I'm gonna get all this energy, he gonna need me, I can control the situation. Right, they hated on Jesus. On my way to the gym right now, get in that motherfucking gym, get them endorphins pumping, get that high vibrational thought going, and start thinking about your dreams and everything that you want. Do the things that everybody ain't willing to do. So when you walk down the street, you know you head and shoulders better than everybody else because you willing to do the things that everybody else will say they're going to do tomorrow. Seems like you've been balling for a long time, bro. How old were you when you worked at Skechers? Shit. I mean, first, let me say this. It's levels. Every level that you get to, man, it's other levels. Every level I get to, this motherfucker got 300 million. This motherfucker making $3 million a month. This motherfucker a billionaire. So it don't matter where you get to. It's always another mountaintop. So, with motherfuckers will call balling, some motherfuckers, they're making $3 million a month. If they made $100,000 a month, they'll feel like shooting themselves. So, I was working at Skechers. I don't know, I was young though. 18, 19. Yeah, I don't look like, you wouldn't even believe who I was before I was here. That's why I say all the time, man, it was the books that changed my life. The books, the game. It wasn't just having mentors and having uncles to walk me through some shit. Because a lot of people who got that same game, didn't make it to where I am. It was the books. Some people got the street knowledge. Some people got the game knowledge. But I have all the knowledge. I got the intellectual knowledge. And I take that intellectual knowledge and then mix it with the streets, with the game, which make me unstoppable because I got all facets of everything. You can't put me in a box. I'm not blind to no area. That's why I say it's important to read, because the best game that I've ever got was not from a mentor. The best game I got was from books, from people who have written books 100 years ago. And that game is heavier than any game that I've gotten in the game. And I mixed that in with my game because I was reading these books when I was in the game. I got a book list too. Go get that. These are not the most popular best-selling books. You wouldn't even know about half of these books if you didn't get it from me. So you should go get that book list. So how do you focus on reading? Sometimes I often get distracted with shit. Any advice for that? That's why you need to read. Reading is really focusing, and it really helps your attention span to read, because the more you read, it's forcing you to focus. We have such low attention spans these days that reading is probably the best thing to do, not even for the information, just to train your brain to focus. Give me a second. Shout out to the 916. Do you still got love for the city, bro? Man, I'm worldwide. I got love for everywhere I go, because everywhere I go, I'm treated well. I'm from Sac, though. But I'm too motherfucking big for Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? You can't be the biggest fish in the pond, because then you a target. I like to go where I can spread my wings. I like to go places where there's people doing way more than me, because proximity is everything. Let me tell you something, like some of my top mentors, proximity will do more for you than discipline. Proximity means being around people doing better. If you're around people who go to the gym every day and eat correctly, it's going to be very hard for you not to go to the gym and not to eat correctly. You'll feel too bad. If you are around people making $100,000 a month, it's going to be very hard for you to work a regular job. It's going to be very hard for you to make $5,000 a month. That's the cheat code to life. Proximity, getting around different environments. I say it all the time. I don't care how poor you are. Get the cheapest house or the cheapest apartment in the nicest area. You got to be around the environment. Your environment will carry you farther than your disciplines and your habit. It's hard to be disciplined. It's hard to stay focused. It's easy when your environment is doing it for you. That's why you see me always bouncing around and moving. I'm in Dubai. I'm in Miami. I'm in these different places. I'm trying to get around where the top and the highest level people are. So my environment will carry me. My standards will be higher. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to the level of your standards. And when everybody around you is riding supercars, when everybody around you is living big, that becomes your standard. And when that's your standard, you'll do whatever it takes to at least hit your standard. So you got to raise your standards. Raise your standards by raising your environment and the people you're around. I even did this when I was in the game. When I first moved out to Vegas, I started dealing with people who are living in a certain fashion. And just to hang out, you had to be at a certain level. So that was the new standard, That's why I love buying shit that I can't really afford. Because once I buy it, I can never go back. Once I had the Rolls Royce the first time, I can't never not have a Rolls Royce. Once I got the first Rolex, I can't never not have a watch like that. And once you have a standard, you will do whatever it takes to stay at that standard and never go beneath it. Once you get your first Rolex, you'll never go back to a G-Shock. Once you get your first Rolls Royce, you'll never not be living like first. Once you first live in that first big house or that penthouse, you're never going to be, because it's always going to be a comparison. So that's why I say, man, buy that shit. Fuck if you go, I'm going to go broke. But guess what? The motivation from you maybe going broke is going to keep you doing what you need to do. Right now, you have no motivation. You keep procrastinating. Why? Because you don't really have to. But if you had a big-ass bill that you had to pay, if you had that motherfucking car you had to pay, if you had, you know what I'm saying? That's how I work anyway. Sometimes we need that fire, and I work best with that fire. Forgiveness makes excuses for undiscipline. I don't know, that shit just common sense to me. The fuck I'ma forgive you for it, nigga? You did what the fuck you wanted to do. Now, I'm not saying we can't move forward, but nigga, I don't forgive you for the shit. You feel me? We can move forward, but no, I don't forgive you, nigga, and I remember that shit. And I want you to know every time you look at me, you should feel bad for the shit you did. Jesus was flipping tables too. You gotta tell the whole story if you gonna speak on the good news, bro. Keep going. I like what you stand for. Appreciate it. How do you keep from being distracted with reading? You just keep reading. Every time you get it's like meditation. Every time you start having wandering thoughts, you got to bring your focus back to your breath or whatever your mantra is. Same thing with reading. When you realize that you're not focused on the page, you bring your focus back to the page, and over time, that habit of discipline, you'll wander less. And when you start wandering less, that means your focus is getting better. Just like anything, repetition. Do you give game to women as well? Listen, I went over a decade giving a game to women, building them to be their highest self. That's what I did professionally for a decade. And when I give women a game, it's actually more beneficial because it's a lot easier for a woman to use the game than it is for dudes. I just give it to the dudes because the dudes need it the most. Sometimes you got to learn through trials and tribulations. That's true, but that's an idiot though. They say smart people learn from their mistakes. Smarter people learn from other people's mistakes so you don't have to make the mistakes because mistakes could be fatal. Yeah, a motherfucker think he's smart. Okay, learn from your mistakes. But you might make a mistake that's fatal or winds you up in prison for 10 years. Or waste 10 years of your life going down the wrong path. The very smart individual learns from everybody else's mistakes. So he don't gotta smoke crack. He don't gotta go to prison for 10 years. He don't gotta go down the wrong business path for 10 years. He don't gotta marry the wrong woman. He don't gotta have kids and have baby mama drama because he had kids with the wrong woman. So who's really smart? Because you'll never live long enough to figure it all out. But it's people who have lived lives and you can read their entire biography and they can tell you all their mistakes. So why don't you just read 10 biographies and then avoid those pitfalls? That's the real smart individual. But y'all don't want to read. Thus where I am because I read all the time and I'm always looking for other people's mistakes. But, you know, some of us still got to touch the pot to see if it's hot. You don't got to tell me not to smoke crack. I can see. But some people, they still gonna do it. So you call them smart because they had to go through trials and tribulations to figure it out. I'll call that person a dummy. All right? I got your game, God mentality course. I'm halfway through it. And listen, you halfway through it, and it's as much as you've been through, it's more than that hasn't even been uploaded yet. And honestly, what I think I'm gonna do with the Game Guy Mentality course is I'm forever gonna keep adding to it. I'm never gonna say, okay, that course is done. I'm always gonna be continually adding different things to it forever. Because the game don't never stop, especially about the mentality. Tell me what you think. Tell me something that stuck out in the course. You got Samantha Hopkins 304 in your bio, but no picture. Keep your pole in the water, keep knocking. Talk about so many men manipulated, giving all power to women instead of retaining power, making them choose and earn your attention. Man, well, listen, you deserve what you get. If you don't believe you have value, then you're going to accept whatever you accept from the woman. And that's how it should be, because she has more value than you, right? Now, if you recognize your value, then you ain't going for it. But I don't feel bad for no man who's letting a woman use you this, that, and the third, because that's your choice. You have so little self-love and self-respect. And if you don't have self-respect, she ain't going to respect you. So it's a choice. That's why all of my program is about. It ain't about the bitch, man. It's about you. It's about me. It's about building ourselves to be the ultimate man that we love and respect when we look in the mirror. Because when you validate yourself with your daily actions, guess what? You don't need validation from outward things and outward people. And when you don't need validation from outward things and outward people, guess what? You don't allow anybody to devalue you because you're not looking for value from them. You stand strong in who you are and confident in who you are because of the things and the work that you put in today and who you are when you look in the mirror. And when you walk around like that, you ain't going for bullshit. But guess what? That's attractive to people. But when you unconfident because you didn't put the work in today, when you don't have value in yourself because you don't value yourself and you don't put value into yourself by investing in yourself and doing the daily tasks, then yeah, you unconfident. So you need validation. So you need to pay for this so you can get attention, because you need that attention so bad because you're not confident within yourself. That's why I say you got to do the work. Do the work. Keep preaching. How do you keep from being... What's one current goal that you have that you want to reach by the end of the year? I'm not gonna tell y'all that. Have you ever heard the term to be silent? It's an esoteric term. Now, I don't fully believe in it, but sometimes I do. Sometimes when you're telling people your dreams and your goals, sometimes you need to do it because you got to tell people what you want to do so you can't go back on it. Tell people that you're trying to go on a diet, that you're done smoking, so you can't go back on it. But I know I'm finna do it, so it don't really matter. But sometimes to be silent, you're telling some people your dreams and their energy is going to go out in the world against it and try to shoot you down and stop your plans and your goals. Just watch is all I can say. How much harder do you think it would have been without a mentor? I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't fucking be here. It's impossible. The things that I learned in the game, the things that I learned from my uncle, the things that I learned from mentors in the game, there's no way that you would figure that shit out. I mean, you could. It's possible you could have stumbled across it. But more than likely, you wouldn't stumble across that type of shit. You know? You wouldn't stumble across that type of shit. Or you stumble across it and by the time you figure the shit out, you're fucking 50. And because you spent so much time in between that time, you probably would have fell through one of the pitfalls. And in the game, you got to move fast and quick because it's a lot of pitfalls you want to get in and out. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, see, the elite and highly successful people and families, they understand mentors. This has always been a thing. This has always been a thing since the beginning of the time. Some of the greatest philosophers, mentors, were other great philosophers, but you didn't know that. You know, even a lot of like Elon Musk and these people like this, what's his name? Bill Gates. They had mentors. His mentor was Charlie Munger, right? A billionaire. It's only poor people who don't know anything think they're going to figure it out all on their own. Or even if you do, that's not the most efficient way to do it. But you'd rather buy some shoes, not my course. You'd rather go out tonight at the club instead of getting on a call with me one-on-one. Hey, Goldie, once again, you catching heavy downloads over the instrumentals. Oh, yeah, man. I be going in, man. You want a motivational ass nigga. Hey, man. I'll take that as a compliment. How much harder would it have been jumping in no mentor? You'd have went to prison. I'd have went to prison. Jumping in no mentor, I'd have went to prison, period. Would have done all the wrong things. It was dudes that was next to me that I turned on to the game, that was doing their thing. Most of them in prison or fucking homeless or on Section 8. Real talk. You know? And a lot of the dudes who are still successful, you know, a lot of them read, you know, because they had that other bit of game, but they still, listen, you got to get you a mentor in whatever you're doing. That's the only way. You're the sum of your thoughts and visions. Man, I'm about to roll up, church. You should roll up to the motherfucking gym. Put the weed down. Because let me tell you something. If it's you and me, and we at the bitch and you smoking, I'm a getter. Because I'm going to be sharper. I'm going to have a whole lot more to say. I'm going to be able to dig a whole lot deeper. You going to be slipping, go moving slow to handle her business. And I'm going to be right on time handling my business. Because you never see me late when hoes involved. You know, and she gonna notice the difference. This dude on his motherfucking shit. My last dude smoke all day, slow with this, slow with that. You know, he moves slow, talk slow. Not me. She gonna say, this dude, he's sharp. We going places. What if you buy a business instead of a Rolex? I'd buy a Rolex first. I mean, you ain't got to get the most expensive Rolex. You get a Rolex for 10 grand. I get a Rolex first. You want to know why? Let me tell you why I'm going to get a Rolex first. Because how the fuck it makes me feel. I'm going to get the Rolex first because how it makes me feel. And how I feel is how I act. And how I act produces in my reality. When I get the Rolex, I'm so excited. I got butterflies in my stomach. I'm beaming a high frequency feeling to the universe. And that in turn brings me more success. I used to go broke buying jewelry, but the way it made me feel when I looked in the mirror and went out that night, it produced results that was success. Now, if the Rolex don't do that to you and you just gonna have anxiety about how much you paid for it, then don't do it. But I don't know what business you gonna start for 10 grand. I bet you how many conversations this motherfucker get me though. This is actually a Patek though. So this is different. This right here is a conversation starter with people who I want to meet, who are going to invest in something I'm talking about. But do it your way though. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's more than one way to skin a cat. I know it works for me though. Niggas to be talking about you should have brought a motherfucking business. You should have brought some assets. Nigga, you buy it with the money you got. Oh, right, you can't. Motherfuckers always want to talk about what the fuck you should buy, even though they couldn't afford to do it. I shouldn't have bought the Rolls. I shouldn't have bought the $5,000 Gucci outfit. You couldn't even do it if you wanted to. So how you know you wouldn't do it if you had the money? Oh well, rich people do this, rich people do that. Well, who buying all these who buying all this Gucci then? You think it's a bunch of poor people buying this Gucci? Like, shut the fuck up. Who buying these Bugattis? Who buying these Richard Billies? Rich people don't buy flashy shit. Who buying all this shit then? These motherfuckers killed me with that shit. All we can control is ourselves. Once you can control yourself, then you can control other people. You can't control others. Most of you are controlled. This entire society is built on control, right? But it's hard to control others when you can't even control yourself. You are still under the influence of the control of the media, of politics, of this systematic governing that we have, right? But once you can control yourself, then you can control outward circumstances in your life. And then you can control other people, but you can never control others until you can control yourself. You can't even control what you put in your mouth every day. You can't even put that honey bun down, that soda down, that candy bar down, that burger down. You can't even go to the gym regularly, right? You can't even do that. Once you get out of the grips of, you can't even put your phone down. You can't even stop scrolling on Instagram, right? But once you're able to stop those things and assert your higher self over your lower self, then you can start to control outward circumstances, and then you can control other people because you realize everybody's a sleep sheep. I was once too. But I kind of always had this thing in my mind where I wasn't always tapped in. That's why a lot of people who don't go to school, you're going to be a little bit sharper because you weren't indoctrinated with inside of this box. I was always able to think outside the box because I never paid attention in school. I thought it was a bad thing until I realized the reason I can think so outside the box is because I didn't get indoctrinated by the system. Man, my game is universal. This is life game. Life is a game. This is a world stage and a game that we're playing. Shout out to the D with the buffs on. These aren't buffs, these are woods. I had some buffalo horns and they was on the top of my car, and I was picking up my son one day and I drove off with them on top of my car and ran them over. I might get another pair though. Let her treat you like Clark Kent, you're gonna forget you Superman. Yeah, if you let her treat you like you Clark Kent, you're gonna forget that you Superman. If you let her treat you like you Peter Parker, you're gonna forget you Spider-Man. And a lot of you dudes is letting that woman treat you less than your true value, and it's making you believe you have less value. And that's the great female kind. These women will be in your life, but men do it to women too. It's like a game. It's a psychological game. I want her to think she's not as bad as she is. She's not as valuable as she is. Because I'm so insecure, I don't want her to leave me. If she wakes up and realizes she has value, that she's bad, she might leave me. If he wakes up and realizes that he's valuable and what he's doing for me, a bunch of women would want, he might get wise to it and leave me because I ain't shit and I be treating him poorly and I don't want him to wake up to that shit. That's why you never let anybody put their value on you. You have to self-validate. Nobody can validate me more than I validate myself. I don't give a fuck who said it. The most famous motherfucker in the world could tell me something, and all I'm gonna say is I know. I'm gonna appreciate it, but deep down inside, your words don't validate me. I validate me. How do I validate me? By the things I do every day. By me holding my word to myself. By me doing the hard things. By me knowing what I've been through and what I've overcome. By me standing on my word even at the expense of losing money and losing positioning. Because I know that within myself, I have that self-confidence that nobody can give me. I can only give myself. And when you have that, You look at a motherfucker crazy when she tell you that you ain't a king. When you stick your foot out and tell her to rub it and she look crazy. You look at her crazy because you know who you are. And you want to ask the bitches, you blind? Do you not know who I am? Well, let me introduce myself. And if you can't get with treating me how I feel like I should be treated, then you got to get the fuck out of here because I don't even want to start to think that I'm less than. Bitch, you got me questioning. I got to take a look in the mirror and see if I'm still a king. Oh, yep, I'm a king, so she's the one tripping. You get what I'm saying? That's how you got to think. That's how everybody on here got to think. That's where it starts. Because guess what? You say, okay, everybody can't be a king. Yes, they can be. Yes, they can be because we were all created in the image and likeness of God, right? So we all have that potential. So even if you're not that today, you could be it tomorrow, but you're never going to be it if you don't act like it. And once you start to act like it, guess what? Once you start to say it, your actions are going to be in line with that. You call yourself a king, it's going to be kingly things that you do. When you call yourself a king, it's going to be kingly actions that you produce. You're going to think about, you're going to move in a certain way. You're going to keep your house clean in a certain way. You're going to do certain things. You're going to discipline yourself certain ways because you've been calling yourself that. So you're speaking it into existence even before it is because you have the potential for it. I'm speaking over y'all heads, see? This the best bar you ever dropped. Despise where you at. You got to despise. That's an esoteric principle. This is an esoteric principle. See, I've been in a lot of different schools and a lot of different mentors in the game, out the game, and some very high elite people who are in certain secret societies that for some whatever reason I was able to be mentored by. And this was one of their principles. Sound like some shit I just made up? No, it was you have to despise where you are. Because what they talk about is the energy. Energy is what creates in this world. So sometimes you don't have enough energy to create and manifest because you're just too docile and cool about where you at. So if you don't have a burning desire and passion for something that you want that's going to manifest that and pull you towards that, then you have to use despising where you're at, despising the situation you're in, and use that energy and convert that negative energy into the pull to get to where you want. Because once you can define what you don't want, it's clear what you do want. And clarity is everything to get what you want. That's why people become successful after they hit rock bottom. Because things get so bad that energy propels them to say, never again, no more, I'm tired of this. And a lot of you have not hit rock bottom. Y'all like in the midway. And that's the most dangerous place to be. Because you're not too dissatisfied, but you're not motivated, so you just stay here the rest of your life. I was just going to ask you what's your take on weed, Goldie. My take on weed is this: don't do anything that that's going to take you backwards. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. I'm just saying, like, if it ain't helping you, it's hurting you. Are you where you want to be? Well, if you're not where you want to be, then, or if you where you want to be, then do whatever you want to do. But if you're not where you want to be and that's not helping you get there, then, self-sabotaging behavior. Deeper than an herb smoker, maybe sharper, but deeper. That's a reach. Teach. Do you drink? No. Not right now. Talk that talk. Deion Sanders used to say, if you look good, you play good. Yeah, if you look good, you play good. If you look good, you feel good, man. Look the part, you're going to start playing the part. That's a fact, cousin. That's a fact. Look the part, you play the part, man. Well, you know how you feel when you go into an event, you go into a wedding and you get that suit on? You feel different. People treat you different. You know what I'm saying? It matters. It matters. Once you figure out the finance part and you know yourself, sky's the limit. People have to take pride in understanding how shit go, though. And like you've been saying, Goldie, not to what the society say. Man, if you ask me, motherfucker can't tell me shit. You look at society, ain't nobody doing what they want to do. Most people ain't looking how they want to look. Most people got anxiety. Women don't talk to them right. Most people ain't living the life I want to live, so motherfucker can't tell me nothing. Give a fuck if you got some money. What's your relationship with your kids like? What's the relationship with your woman like? Motherfucker can't tell me nothing. Society can't tell me nothing, because when I look at society, I don't want to be anything like most of them. I'll shoot myself if I had to be like most of them, and I would never do that to myself. But that's just an analogy just to say, like, society is always wrong. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Whenever I see everybody start doing something, even if I was doing it, I start to be like, oh, hold on, this is wrong. Because anytime the masses are doing something, it's always wrong. Because when have the masses ever been in a good position? Never. It's impossible. The power structure won't even allow it. If everybody's investing in something, you know it's wrong. What's the saying when it comes to stocks? Once your barber starts talking about a stock, you know it's going down. Whenever the masses do anything, it's the wrong thing to do. Conventional wisdom is almost always wrong. Dan Pena said that. Add me to the live fully. Oh, yup, I'm finna add you right now. McQueen, I'm going to add you right now. Jump back on if you still in here. All right. Let me see. You can't put that burger down. I can't put that burger down. Listen, because food is one of the biggest drugs on the planet. You really don't understand. It's a real thing. Check this out. This is how addicting food is, and how food is the first pillar of becoming self-disciplined and asserting your higher self over your lower self. What was the first sin of the Bible? Food. The apple, remember that? If that's not telling, nothing is. Food is the biggest addiction on planet Earth that most people will never overcome. And that shit was in the Bible. Tempted by a motherfucking apple. See how deep that is? That's why being able to discipline what you put in your mouth is one of the most powerful things you can do to transform your life. When you can overcome that, what would you call it? Biological need and addiction, you're overcoming one of the hardest things on earth to do. And once you can do that, then you can exert control over everything else, because everything else is easier. No, I'm not vegan. Best believe they'll treat Drake and Chris Brown like it. Straight the fuck up. I always say that shit. Bitch better treat me like she would treat her motherfucking famous, her favorite artist. And she better not have no favorite artist after she fucking with me. But anyway, yeah. She'll treat the motherfucking president like it, right? The president wouldn't have to ask her twice. So bitch, I better not have to ask you twice. My brother, because myself, I'm a black queen and I deserve it more than less than anybody can say about me, because she loved me or leave me, respect me, and let me go. I don't really understand that. Come on now. Goldie, this talk is extremely high level. Man, every motherfucking time I open my mouth, man, you know, I'm connected to higher infinite intelligence, and that shit be fucking my shit up every time somebody call. Let me tell you something else. Cutting out caffeine, cutting out alcohol, cutting out smoking, cutting out bad foods, and now I'm trying to cut out sugar, which is a huge vice of mine. I swear to you, you start to have a different connection with the higher infinite intelligence. And I ain't talking about like I'm sitting here talking to God. I'm just talking about you should be flowing through you different. The energy you got is different. Everybody who get on my program, when they start eating cleaner, when they start having less carbs, when they start eating less processed food, they start glowing, start having that energy like they a teenager again. That's why it's important. Discipline what you putting in your mouth. It'll change your life. I'm at the point, Goldie, that I can see how great it feels to stay focused. Yes, to stay focused is a powerful thing. A lot of the old esoteric books talk about concentration. You know, without concentration, you're just a mere animal, like a dog or any other animal. The only thing that makes us man is to be able to control our mind. And most of us don't do it. That's why the saying, sleep sheep. Most people don't control their mind, because they don't control their mind. They're almost just like an animal. They live in their lower self. Sex, eat, drink. That's it. That's all they are. They're not even real people. They're just drones. But at any time, you can wake up. Dress how you want to be addressed. It does matter, Goldie. Yes, indeed. And hey, check this out. Game calls, group game calls. Sign up. Not only do you get calls, live calls, but it's not just live calls with me. It's everybody in the group getting deep on the game, getting deep on personal development, getting deep on everything, right? Stuff that I wouldn't even say on here. You get videos, you get exclusive content, you get exclusive different things. You get my books, you get a whole bunch of stuff. Sign up for my game calls. Healthy food is not a sin. You eat pork? Nah, I don't eat pork. The booklet is monstrous, man. Some of them books in there, though, is life-changing, though. Anybody read Asking It Is Given? She said, you the best and better than Chris Brown. Yeah, that's what, yeah. Straight up. And better. Are you going to link up with Organic again? Yep, I am. What's the hardest thing to overcome when coming up? I mean, it's different for everybody. You just got to ask yourself, what is the hardest thing for you to get over? What is your vice? What is it? It's different for everybody. But whatever the hardest thing is to overcome, when you overcome it, it's going to give you the most strength. So you don't even be mad that you have things that are hard to overcome. When you have things hard to overcome, that's where you get your most strength from, is overcoming that. And if you got to deny something 2-3 times a day, you get a chance and opportunity to build strength 2-3 times a day. And that's how you got to look at it. These women respect their boss more than their man. What's your advice on how to switch the narrative? No. They don't respect their boss more than they respect their man. Their man doesn't respect themselves enough to gain that respect from their woman. A woman can't disrespect me because the first time she ever disrespect me, she gone. And if she try to disrespect, and nobody just get out of pocket and disrespect, it's a line that she push. The moment she even get an inch of disrespect, it's addressed. And she makes a decision right then and there. I'm either going to deal with him and stop doing this, or I'm going to leave, right? The only reason a woman gets disrespectful is because you accept it. My woman ain't never going to get disrespectful because she knows the day that she gets disrespectful is the day that me and her are done. And she knows I'm going to stand on that shit, so she's not even going to do it. So does the woman not respect the man, or does the man not respect himself because he's accepting the disrespect? You ain't got to disrespect me, but one time, I tell this story all the time. What's the movie? Ike and Tina movie. What's love got to do with it? It's a scene. Eat the cake anime. He slapped her, pushed the cake in her face. Slap her friend. Her friend say, come on. She like, no. She said, come on with me. We not going to be around this crazy nigga no more. And she don't want to come. And her friend say, you ain't got to hit me but one time. And she dip out. That's me. You ain't got to disrespect me but once. And this shit is over with. Because I respect myself that much. You niggas don't respect yourself. So guess what? Your woman disrespecting you, you deserve that shit, nigga. You deserve for your woman to disrespect you, nigga, because you ain't finna walk out that door. I wish a bitch would motherfucking even, I wish she would even suck her motherfucking teeth. I'm gone because I respect myself that much. And that's why women don't disrespect me. Because if they do, I'm gone. So if they hear, it's because they know not to do it. You accept disrespect. Can't nobody disrespect you but one time. If they do it twice, you allowed it because you don't feel respecting yourself enough to leave. Nigga ain't got to push up on me, slap me. Niggas, I'm standing here, nigga, slap me. Either we gonna get to fisticuffs, either we gonna get to fight, or I'ma just motherfucking leave. You niggas is in a relationship with a bitch who, figuratively slapping you every day and you staying. So guess what? You deserve to get slapped. You deserve the disrespect she give you, nigga, because you still there. Oh, we got kids, nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Give a fuck if we got 10 kids in the house, I'm gone. Because I respect myself so much, I live under a motherfucking bridge before I be in a house with a bitch disrespecting me. Or anybody for that matter. But you don't feel like that. And that's why you get disrespected. So it ain't the woman's fault. She only doing what's being accepted. I ain't accepting it though. Cody, I heard you say you got to get out your city, become who you are. Can you speak on that? If you want to be somebody different, if you want to reinvent yourself, you're not going to do it in your city because everybody knows who you are or who you've been. You want to be somebody different. When you try to be somebody different, they're going to treat you as the person that you used to be. So it's all this resistance. It's already going to be hard enough trying to change from your natural habits. You already got to go past all of this energy to revert to who you were and try to be somebody different. But then you got the external of people frowning upon the new person you're trying to be and treating you as the old person you're trying to be. It's much easier to go somewhere where nobody knows you, and then you could be whoever you want to be, and it's just going to be accepted, and there's no resistance other than from yourself to try to change. Plus, you want to get out your comfort zone. Growth does not happen within your comfort zone. If you're not getting scared every single day, you're not growing. If you're not doing something every day that scares you, you're not growing. I get scared all the time. I spend all my money all the time in investments. I do things that are so far out of my comfort zone that make me tremors. What is it called? I do things that make me so uncomfortable on a regular, and that's why my trajectory and I move so fast in life. Most people are trying to be as comfortable as possible, not trying to spend any of their money, not trying to invest in anything, not trying to do the things that make them uncomfortable. And that's why you incrementally get better over 10 years. And that's why in a year's period, I can transition from something to something completely different at the bottom and then already be almost close to the top at it. Because I'm always, every day, I'm trying to do something that gets me uncomfortable. I'm willing to take losses. I understand the losses are going to come because that's what happens when you're trying to do something different. When you're feeling pressure from doing multiple things at once every day to level up in business, how do you deal with the pressure? I look myself in the mirror and I say, stop acting like a little bitch. Elon Musk got $3 billion companies. He don't sleep. He got hella pressure on him. Pressure makes diamonds, right? Just understand that's what you have to. Stress management is the ceiling to your potential. You will be as successful as you can handle stress. People who are very unsuccessful are people who can handle very little stress. Because as soon as they get a little stressed, they tap out or they stop. The person who is the most successful and people that I know, they're able to handle so many different things that would make the average person probably curl up in a ball and cry. And they're able to handle that and keep pushing it. That's why they're where they're at. But you don't know many high-level individuals. High-level individuals do so many things. It would make whatever you're doing right now seem insignificant. And that's why it's important to be around people doing big things, because then it puts into perspective that what you're doing is nothing. You only think it's something because you don't know what a lot of successful people are doing. You just know what 9-to-5ers are doing. But when you understand that people on that next level, they hardly sleep. They have every single hour of their day time blocked, and they're doing way more than you. Then you'll be like, all right, it's like a motherfucker who going through baby mama drama. He stressed out, this, that, and third, until he gets around a community of another 20 dudes who going through the same shit. And then he like, all right, well, shit, I guess it's normal then. I ain't gonna keep tripping on it. It's just how you think about it. Change your thinking. That's everybody's problem. You thinking about shit wrong. You thinking about what you're doing wrong. It's all about how you think about shit. Is this pressure? No, this is opportunity. This is what success feels like. I tell my clients, you don't say, oh, I'm starving. You have to change your thinking. You say, this is what weight loss feels like. So when you're having all that pressure, you have to say, this is hard. It's supposed to be. And then think about everybody that you know. Most people you know could never stand up to that. So good. I'm glad it's hard because I'm willing to go through it. And that's why I know nobody's going to be able to fuck with me. Nobody's going to be able to be here because 99% of people can't go through this pressure. They're going to crumble. They're going to quit. They're going to stop. And I'm going to be different and I'm going to have everything I want because I'm willing to take on all this pressure and keep pushing. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to put hands on a female? Nope. Actually, I was in maybe 6th grade, 5th grade, and this big girl, she was always messing with me, and I don't know what she did. She was like pulling my hair. I had an afro. She was like pulling my hair and like trying to embarrass me in front of class because I was laughing at somebody that was laughing at her. And I remember I like punched her in the chest. That's as far as I got with my hands on a woman. And you know, at that time, you know, women at the time, you know, you young, they way bigger than you, you know, so it was nothing though. But I ain't put my hands on a woman. If a woman even got that, give me that feeling where you feel like you finna put your hands on somebody, oh, I'm long gone. Cause bitch, you way out of pocket. If I'm even feeling like that, you done crossed way too many lines. And that's why a woman ain't even gonna get me to that point. Because way before I got to that feeling, I already left because she was already way out of pocket in some type of way. Women irritate me, I'm gone. Because I know where it's going to lead to. I know myself. So I don't even like to get in positions like that. Will this be in the mentality course as well? Yep, this will be in the mentality course, and this will be in the game God root cause root. How much should you have saved up to move out? Shit, man, you can move out with nothing. Let me tell y'all a story. I had probably $1,500 in my name, and I got in my car, motherfucking drove to Vegas when I was like, man, I'm finna make a change with my life. Slept in the motherfucking garages. At the time, you didn't have to pay to get into the garages in Vegas. I would sleep. I would be out on the strip all day working, trying to knock me abroad. I would sleep in the fucking car. I would get up in the morning, go to, at the time it was MGM. Oh no, Monte Carlo. I would go to their nice gym because one time I stayed in Vegas and I remembered that you didn't have to have a key. All you had to do was write your name on a list when you would go in there, and they had a nice gym, a nice shower, and I would go in there, I would shower, I would get dressed, I would come back outside, and I would get to work on trying to do what I was trying to do. And this is the thing. Most people would say, oh, that's a hard story. This shit wasn't hard because my thinking was correct. I didn't think, oh, I'm fucking homeless. I'm fucking living out of my car, getting dressed in a motherfucking gym bathroom. No, I thought that this is the city where people make big dreams, and I'm here, and I would rather be there than comfortable in my hometown in a house. That I was trying to make a way for myself. And I had the opportunity to be sleeping in my car. I had the opportunity to go to that gym and get dressed. And this is the thing about working out. Even then I understood. That put me into a high frequency state. I'm gonna get up in the morning. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna get on the treadmill. I'm gonna say positive things to myself. I'm gonna listen to the right music. I'm gonna boost myself up. I'm gonna get motherfucking dressed in this gym bathroom. Then I'm gonna go out into this motherfucking world and dominate. And eventually I went from that to a house, to another house, to condos and a house in a guard gated community, riding Rolls Royce, having 4 or 5 cars, because that's all I had was focused on. You motherfuckers would tell this same fucking story like a motherfucking loser. Oh, I was down bad, man. I was homeless. I had somebody in the same position as me would be talking about that shit way different in their mind. And that's why I'm me. I be going out on a tangent on these lives, man. I be forgetting where I started. Kevin Trudeau. Shh. We ain't finna talk about that game right there. That's what we not gonna do and give these motherfuckers that shit. What do you do? But I am a gym member. What do you do if you want to expand with business? What made you quit smoking weed? Because I knew I was procrastinating. I wasn't going hard. I didn't have the energy. And all I wanted to do was smoke weed. Even when I go to the gym, I'd be like, I can't wait to be done so I can smoke weed. I just understood that it wasn't taking me where I wanted to go. I understood it was holding me back. I understood I didn't have the energy necessary that I used to have. I understood that I wasn't as focused. I understood that, anything that take me off my game when you're trying to get ahead is taking you backwards. And I was sliding back in success, so I quit and instantly became more successful. See, people want to know. See, it's a story. I asked a man once, I said, what did you do to become successful? And he said, I'm not going to tell you because it doesn't matter. And at the time, I didn't understand what he meant. I'm like, well, this motherfucker right here. But I get it now because he wasn't trying to teach me what he did. It was the mindset that he had that would have him become successful in anything. And I thank him so much for never telling me because exactly what he knew I was going to do. I was going to sit and try to do whatever business he started to get wealthy I was going to do. When he was trying to teach me the mindset principles and the way to think and the way to vibrate was what he was trying to teach me. And I thank him for that. So I'm not going to tell you what I did, but what I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what I did. And I know people hate to hear that. It's about the mindset, the discipline, the habits, the energy, the being able to have a blueprint that you can write down, have non-negotiables that align with your goals and be able to run that in every single day. That's what you need. And then you can do anything that you want to do. You can be successful in whatever area you decide. This shit do need to be heard. Broadcast this shit on 100 motherfucking channels. Share this motherfucking shit. Okay, I'm a gym member, bro. That's 100. Yeah, man. That's 100. That's that different level game, man. And I've been on that shit for a long, long time, and just different. And, I've met other society members, in passing here and there. And, when you have that type of information, you're on a different level. And, yeah, man, I don't smoke cigars. Do you let your son play video games? Yeah, he can play video games. Of course, I don't want him to, but, he plays video games. I'm worth multi-6 figures in the streets, still thugging it. I got the car, I got the mindset. I'm gonna be a millionaire in less than 6 months. Man, you can do it in less than that, man. Yeah, man, you in the streets, you got some money. You in a great position because you got the cash. You just got to know how to legitimize it, and you got some funds, to make a transition. And, when you in the streets, you deal with so much pressure, more pressure than most people, that when you transition from the streets to the legitimate world, you able to do things like it's nothing that burden and stress a lot of people because you don't have those same stresses because you've had real stress before. I'm in a space where I'm trying to transition from the game. Man, I suggest you do it and do it fast, man. That's all I can say. And I'm no better person to talk to than me. Once I book a call, can I ask you whatever, or are there boundaries? Nope, you could ask me whatever, book a call. Don't be cheap though. Don't book no motherfucking half hour. You want some real game, book an hour. You want some real motherfucking game. There's people in the game on my program, 15 a month, right? And we can get in everything. Everything. Every little thing that comes up. I need to break on her more. Trying to join the program, it didn't work on my iPhone. Well, shit, get on your motherfucking computer. Don't make excuses. Don't make it. If you really want to get this game and get on this program, shit, you'll get it. DM me if you really want it. Why do I have to upgrade my woman when I upgrade myself? Whew, that's deep. That's deep, cousin. That's my cousin right there. That's deep. Let me tell you why. Because everything around you is a reflection of you. If you look in everything, your subconscious is taking in everything. That's why your environment got to be nice. If you were king, your car got to be nice. Your environment got to be clean, right? That's why I got to do all this, because everything got to be in line. And then if everything is in line and then you got a broad over there who ain't upgraded, it's going to fuck with your subconscious. No, everything I see, I'm a king. Everything I got to see is kingly. So that's why you got to upgrade your woman. Sometimes you got to change women, because sometimes it's resistance because some people want to stay where they are. A lot of times in my elevation, I had to get a different woman. And that's not what I'm telling you to do. But a lot of times when I started evolving, for me to upgrade the woman I was with, I would try. But they were so comfortable where they weren't able to evolve as fast as me, and it was holding me back. And the only way for me to be the person that I wanted to be, I had to get another woman who was already on that level. Now, some women could come with you with the journey, and I'm gonna give every woman the opportunity. But a lot of times in life, the bitch that you with, the man that you with, is not gonna be the person that goes to that next level with you. And if you try, you're just gonna stop yourself from getting there. What about being with the wrong woman holding you down on your way to build your empire? Man, I say this shit all the time. I don't give a fuck who was here. Did you do the motherfucking work? Motherfucker don't get no points just because you was sitting next to me when I was shooting motherfucking three throws. The bitch don't get no motherfucking points because she was rooting from the motherfucking bench. Was she in the motherfucking game scoring these motherfucking points? Okay then, bitch, I don't care if you was here 10 years. Bitch, you was on the sideline rooting. You wasn't shooting no buckets. So you don't get a part of this motherfucking glory. You better act right when I'm on top or you're going to get left like I just met you. That's the contingencies of this agreement. Every motherfucking day I expect respect. And if I don't get it, you don't get the because you was here 10 years ago. Listen, what you get for being down 10 years is for me to check you and let you know, hey, I don't like that. Get it together, it's over. That's as much as you get, because another bitch ain't even gonna get that. It's just gonna be deuces. You don't get motherfuckers. These hoes want points for clapping when you was scoring. You don't get points for that. You know what I'm saying? Who gets points for that? You niggas be giving bitches points for nothing. I don't give niggas points for that either. I don't care if I knew you my whole life. Nigga, was you trapping with me? Did you front me some money when I was trying to bust some moves? So nigga, why the fuck do you think just cause I'm on and I knew you supposed to get a part of this? Nigga, you didn't put it in. You was just there. You was just riding in the car, nigga. You probably didn't even put no gas in it. And most of the time you was only riding the way you was riding because you was waiting for me to make it. But if you didn't put in on this, I don't owe you nothing. That's just some guilt trip shit. They say it in songs, they say it in movies, your day ones. Man, most of your day ones ain't doing shit for you. They actually the reason you where you at. And you probably be farther if you wasn't fucking with them niggas. Most of the niggas that I knew, I would have been way farther if I cut them off sooner. Most of the bitches I had, I would have been way farther if I cut them off sooner. Me trying to take motherfuckers with me just because they was around for a while is the reason it took me so long to get here. So I take that shit passionately now. And I cut motherfuckers off swiftly and quickly because I've wasted so many years fucking with niggas who I shouldn't have been fucking with. As soon as I stopped fucking with them, I instantly went up. Fucking with bitches I was trying to drag to the top. As soon as I stopped fucking with them, I went straight to the top. I don't waste no time no more. I don't owe nobody nothing. And the ones that I owe, shit, then I owe you and I'm going to get that to you. But really think about it. Ain't nobody really helping you. Ain't nobody really helping you. And the little shit that the bitch might be helping with, you could get that from anybody. So why you giving it so much motherfucking weight? The bitch clapped for you. The bitch took care of the motherfucking home. Okay, what bitch ain't gonna take care of her motherfucking kids? You know? Like, motherfuckers be giving people so much motherfucking credit for little ass, nothing ass shit. You can't put in on this. You get nada. Now listen. I'm not saying it's not women out there. I've had a lot of great women, and I've always given my just due to the women who have really helped me. If you've helped me, if she's put in on this, please believe I'm gonna make sure she's straight. Please believe I'm gonna give her every opportunity to win with me. Please believe I ain't just gonna cut her off with nothing. But you niggas ain't had no bitches like me. I done had bitches give me hundreds of thousands of dollars, nigga. You've never had that. You've never had that. So I don't want to hear what the fuck I would do for a bitch, because the bitch is fucking with me is really doing something for me. Your bitch ain't doing nothing but giving you a motherfucking problem. You ain't never had a bitch put you in a motherfucking whip, put you in a Rolls Royce, put you in a mansion, put you on top, buy you jewelry. You ain't never had a bitch do that. So why you holding on to that bitch like she doing something for you? I can't understand you niggas. We do not relate. You talking about a bitch who's done nothing for you but take. That shit pissed me off. Talking to me about a bitch who ain't doing nothing for you. Ain't never did nothing for you but bring you a motherfucking problem. And you even got to question what you, should you do this? Should you do that? Yeah, I'll question that with the bitch who really bringing it to me like she's supposed to, doing what she's supposed to, going out of way for me, really making my life better. Yeah, okay. Yeah, now I got to think about it. But y'all don't got that. But when you got something good, man, take care of it. Most of you niggas ain't got something good. But when you got something good, you gonna take care of it. Because it's taking care of you. So it's not even a question. When I got a good woman and she's a good woman, I love to take care of her. I love to buy her things. I love to boss her up. I love to put ice on her wrist, put ice on her neck. I love to take her different places. I love to do that for a woman who's a good woman. Because if she's a good woman, she's doing for me. And if she's doing for me, then I want to do for her. But y'all don't even know what that's like. Y'all don't know what that's like, man. Because you're not who you're supposed to be. So you're attracting ones who will just want to take. Because you accepting anything. I'm only accepting the ones who want to do for me and with me and build with me. The game using Goldie, I'm trying to tell you, man, this higher power be speaking through me to give y'all the game. The game God is speaking motherfucking through me to give it to y'all when I get on here. Only women who deserve will show you proper character. Yeah, the women who value you properly, but fuck the woman, value yourself properly, and it's easy to attract women who value you. When you value yourself properly and you're doing the daily actions, the daily disciplines, the daily consistency, refraining and restraining from those vices that you know you shouldn't do, and you building yourself into the best man that you can be, you will walk it, you will talk it, you will feel it, and that aura will attract a woman who sees that value in you. And you will deny any woman who doesn't because you feel so much value in yourself. You will never allow a woman around that doesn't see the value in you. You will be disgusted when a woman talks to you with less than respect because you know who you are. How would a king react to somebody treating him like he was a peasant? He would be appalled, flabbergasted. You know, that's how I act. And that's how I feel, and that's how you should feel when a woman treats and talks to you less than a king because you know who you are because you put the work in every day. But guess what? She talked to you like that right now. You just take it. Because why? Because you don't feel like that. So therefore, you attracting that type of woman. That was designer jewelry too. You popping like gorgeous Dre. Shout out Dre. Shout out Dre. The only women who deserve will show proper character. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody's so useless, it's kind of scary. No, it ain't everybody useless. Man, so you got to teach these bitches how to produce. These bitches ain't never been with somebody. It's been okay for them so long to get along with doing nothing. You have to teach her how to value you. Right? Every man that she's ever been with go out to dinner, take out to dinner 100 times. Every dude that's been with her want to just buy her this, buy her that. Have no requirements. What do you think she gonna act? So she may even value you, but she don't even know how to show you value because she ain't never had to. So sometimes you got to let her know, listen, baby, check this out. Do you like me? Yes. So why don't you show it to me? What do you mean? Well, what I mean is, shit, I like nice things too. I like to be surprised. I took you out to eat. You should take me out to eat. I want to surprise you. I surprise you with something. I want you to surprise me with some shit. right? I want you to do things. I like this, I like that. I don't want to have to tell you every single day I come in this house that I like a back rub, that I like this. You should be able to, you should pick those things up on your own and do them without me having to ask. Bitch, you know I like motherfucking strawberry Fanta. You know that's my thing. So when you motherfucking out, just come home with it. Right? I shouldn't have to tell you. You got to break this down to her. Sometimes they don't even know. Unless she been fucking with me, then you got you a keeper on your hands. But if she ain't been fucking with me, she don't even know how to do this. Even if she like you. So sometimes you got to teach her how to do it. That's some game for your ass. Think a bitch just pop out the womb like that? It's a few of them. Now I ain't gonna lie, it's a few of them like that. But most of them ain't gonna be like that. So a lot of times, man, get the bitch who still really like you and is willing to learn how to deal with you. Some women good at keeping that mask on for a while. Bullshit. You just ain't good at being you. I'm this every single day. So the bitch can't never get over on me. Oh, she was acting right for a while. Well, with the moment she stopped acting like that, the moment this situation is over. So, bitch, oh well. So I don't give a fuck how long she played a motherfucking part for. The day she stopped playing that motherfucking part that I like, this whole shit is over with. So give a fuck, bitch, you just wasting your own time. Because you don't get points today for yesterday's game. The moment she start getting out of pocket, this shit is over. Try me, bitch. 10 years. Try me. Wait, what you, huh? I know you didn't say what yeah, I'm gone. That fast. But see, you niggas, you don't respect yourself like that. 10 years, you gonna let it slide. Well, you know, it's been 10 years. I done already put in all this time and energy. She know me, you know, she know what I like. I don't want to have to go out there and get another one because you lazy. Nigga, you stop working on yourself. I'm always top tier motherfucking shape. I'm always upgrading. I'm always in the gym. I'm always looking better and getting better the older I get. I'm always getting new jewelry. I'm always busting new moves. I'm always that nigga. So tomorrow I'll go out and get another bitch, man. So I don't give a fuck. I'm hoping she fuck up. That's my idea, man. I'm looking high and low for that bitch to fuck up. Cause I know I'm so much better than when I met the bitch. I know I could catch me something way better. I'm looking for a reason to leave this bitch because I'm so much better because I work on myself every day that I can't wait for this bitch to fuck up so I can go out there and get some on my motherfucking level because I'm head and shoulders above this bitch now because I'm always working on myself. That's why you can't never stop working on yourself. It ain't for the bitches for you. But you niggas get a bitch and stop working on everything. Stop going to the gym. Stop eating right. Stop working on that business. Stop doing everything. Stop upgrading your shit. Then you want to hold on to her because you like, damn, it might be hard to get another one because I done fell off all my shit. Yeah, nigga, joke's on you. Y'all better get some of this game, man. Where you getting shit like this from? You not. Because niggas ain't me. Niggas ain't live life like me. You better come get it and come get some more. Go get my book list. Go get my Gang God Mentality course if you want to understand why I'm thinking like this. Get on my motherfucking fitness program. Get your motherfucking body right. Okay? Get in my free school. Get in my weekly gang calls. You think this is something in the weekly gang calls we going in. Personal development is self-love. Self-discipline is the definition of self-love. You motherfuckers need to get off this motherfucker. Right, half of you need to get off this right now and go to the gym like you said your motherfucking ass was earlier today and you didn't go. You motherfucker, you see? I appreciate the game you giving. I'm trying to be a student of the game. When they ain't getting no motherfucking school, you can get in the school and you can get the game. One of y'all need to chop this motherfucker up for me, man. Y'all need to take this live. The ones who go in my school, because I'm a post this in the school, you know, take this live, chop up the best parts for me. All right, man, listen. I really got to get up off of here because I got a little call. If y'all just hold on. Hey, who's still on here? Who dropped off? All right, y'all dropped off. Goldie, why do men have such a hard time with self-love? Because they've been ingrained not to have it. What does it mean when he says no comment after asking if he likes you? He don't like you. Come on. Somebody said, what does it mean when he says no comment after asking him if he likes you? He don't like you. Because if he liked you, he'd just say he likes you. A couple of y'all stayed on. No Limit Vaughn, top of it, top of it. Afi, my guy. Man, where the ladies at? We get some ladies on here. If not, man, I'm finna jump the fuck off, man. I got some things to do. Said here, you got some, I said that, he said no, and said no comment, not no. Well, you dealing with a motherfucking weirdo then, you know? I mean, my thing is this, he could like you, and he playing hard to get, but bitch try to play hard to get with me, she ain't gonna get me. Don't play hard to get, don't make me guess. You better let me know you like me. Otherwise, I'm gone. I'm not saying you gotta move like that. If a woman asks me, do I like her? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna say I'm trying to find out, right? To give you more incentive to make me like you. So go ahead and do something. Shuck and jive for me, man. I make the bitch shuck and jive. I'm not the one out here trying to entertain the broad and all. Bitch, you shuck and jive and let me see if I like you. Got some women in here. I got some questions. Best game on the internet, man. Say that shit, man. What sparked the change in you? What changed exactly? What changed exactly? Where all the good women at? Let me tell you what, when a man is in his rightful position, a woman will be in her rightful position. When you really become that right man, you're going to attract that white woman, or you will bring out of that bullshit ass woman a good woman because of who you are and how you instruct her. A lot of these women, man, I'm telling you, I used to be a turnout artist. You know what a turnout artist is? It means you get a woman who's never been in the game and you bring her into the game. A lot of dudes, they just get a woman in the game and, you know, they just get her from somebody else. I was a turnout artist, which means I was able to take women never in the lifestyle and get them into the lifestyle. So I understand that a woman who's working a square job, had a regular boyfriend, had a regular life, I could change her entire paradigm to be a completely different person. And how we start with doing that in the game is we change your name. And that's the part in my game guy mentality course. You have to change somebody's identity. And when you get a woman, you got to change her identity. You got to change her name. In the game, that's what we would do. Not everybody. You would change a woman's name when she got with you because all the baggage and things of the person she used to be when you're trying to have her be somebody completely different. That name holds too much baggage. Her mama call her that. Her boyfriend call her that. Her sister call her that. I'm turning her from this weakling into this boss-ass bitch. And this boss-ass bitch got to be mine. And this woman who's mine got to have a different name that only I call her. You get what I'm saying? It's psychological shit right here. But that shit is in my game guy mentality course. You know, that's some deep shit, though. I ain't gonna give all that to you. But you could even do that with your girlfriend, man. Whatever name she had, you got to have a specific name that you call her. That only you call her. I mean, other people could call her that too after you start, but that's the person that you're developing, that you're building to your likeness, to your way of thinking, to your everything. It's big. A name is big. That's why in the music industry, when people change their name, they change their persona because that's attached to you. The same name that your mama was calling you, your daddy was calling you, your brothers and sisters was calling you. That's why it subconsciously kind of keeps you into who that was. That's why when you change, a lot of times you want to change your name. Change that broad name when she with you. They can't understand the program. Yo, that's something I've never heard before. Yeah, and I shouldn't even be fucking telling y'all this shit, man. I shouldn't even be telling y'all this shit, man. I got a class on that in my game guy mentality course, man. You got to change the bitch name, man. I'm giving y'all too much game, man. $1 million worth of game. What sparked the change in you? Somebody said, what sparked the change in you? I asked you, what do you mean, what change? I'm on game. These women can comprehend, chief. I'm on the game from old school and blood. He makes it clear to me that he isn't married. Every time I remind him he's in a relationship. The only reason I ask if he likes me because we need to set some boundaries. Give her a Chinese name, one gone. That's funny as hell. Yeah, Ken said that shit. When I came in late, what you say? I don't know what I said. I don't know when you came in. Can I change my own name as a single woman? Yes, and I encourage it. Man, I didn't change, well, I ain't gonna say I changed my name a bunch of times, you know. I went from a couple different names to, you know, when I got gifted my name, because in the game, you get blessed the name a lot of the time. I got blessed with my name, Young Goldie. You know, now I'm game guy Goldie. You know, but yeah, it's different changes. You know, you got to. You know, you reinvent yourself. Prince did it. He went from Prince to the symbol. Wayne did it, Lil Wayne to Wayne. You know, you got to reinvent yourself. You know, you got to reinvent yourself. If you want to be somebody different, change your identity. Everything is in the mind. You got to read this book, Psycho-Cybernetics. Everything is mental, and it's what you think. And when you change your name, it gives you an alter ego. What does Beyonce have? What is her alter ego? Shade or Sasha Fierce, right? These alter egos. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. It helps you move into the character that you want to be in, and we're all playing a character. This is the thing. We are all playing a character. This fucking shit behind me is glaring, ain't it? Turn this shit off. We are all playing a character, right? You're just being consistent with that character, and that's really most people's problem. Because you want to be so consistent with this character that you've chosen, you're not able to grow past it, right? And I heard this from Jim Carrey, because people who do method acting, they get really into character and don't break character the whole time they're doing the movie. They really become that character. And sometimes they get lost in those characters. And you've heard the stories of those people who got so lost in those characters, they almost went crazy and couldn't find who they were. So what Jim Carrey said was, he said, getting lost in some of these characters, it made him realize how fickle his actual real personality was. He realized that was nothing but a character as well that he just played for a longer period of time. So we are all playing a character. And the moment that the character that you are is no longer serving your life, you need to change it and have no qualms about it. That's why people say, oh, I'm just this way, or I'm just this. No, you're whatever you've chosen to be. And you can choose to be something different if it doesn't serve you anymore. You could have been shy your whole life. If you just say that's just a character and I can choose a different character, you can be something different. But your limiting beliefs about that character that is so fixed and not just a choice makes you so you can't get outside yourself. And most people need to get outside themselves and just choose to be a different character, because the character that you are is not serving where you want to go in life. And that character, I heard it once, he said, you can be a successful millionaire, but that person ain't going to do it. The person you are right now is not going to be a successful millionaire. The person you are right now is not going to be the person who has a successful relationship. You can do it, but the version of yourself right now is not going to do it. And you're going to have to become somebody different before you get the things that you want. Yeah, I'm going to throw this live on school. And for those with my Game God weekly calls group, there's videos in there too. And, you know, I read this book once, man. It was an interesting book. And it just talks about how we are not just one eye. We put ourselves in a box. And I think that's where a lot of mental issues come from. Because it says it's just a theory. But it goes, we're not just one eye. Depending on the time of day, depending on the time of the week, time of the month, the eye that you are is not always the same eye. And that's why you can think of the same thing and have a different thought or emotion about it in different times, because we're not always the same people. We think because we have this one body that we're just always this one thing. And we have mental issues when we start to always try to be consistent with the I we were yesterday instead of the I we are today. It's an interesting book. You could be fluid, you know. It's not a facade. It's truly just tapping into who God created us to be. Yeah, not just one thing. That's two. But our minds can't comprehend that. It's one body, one person. It's one thing. And then people around you can't comprehend it either. That's why they don't like when you act different than how you've always acted, because it makes them scared. Because people get comfortable. I know how this person acts. I know how to move around. As soon as you start being somebody different, they have to start paying attention and watching their step, because they don't know who you are, and people don't like that. So it's a lot of pushback. So whenever you try to change, there's always a lot of pushback. That's why I always say, move somewhere else, go somewhere else. It'd be a lot easier to change if you didn't have a lot of people around you. What do you think about Arizona? I'm thinking about moving there. I'm in Iowa. Go to Arizona. If you're in Iowa, go to motherfucking Arizona. Not even a question. This woman straight disrespecting me. In every way, I gotta do better, but you definitely gotta grow, bro. Build that value in yourself first, so it's undeniable to you. Once it's undeniable to you, then you'll never allow it to disrespect. Start going to the gym on a regular. Start getting your diet in order. Start cutting out them vices. Start doing something consistently every day that builds value in yourself. And once you see that value in yourself, then eventually you'll never allow somebody to disrespect you, because you'll be like, bitch, how could you disrespect me? Look at me, right? It's not so much what you look like, it's about the value and the things that you know you're doing every day that makes you have the validation. Greetings, everyone. This is why I don't have tats. I'm too fluid. Straight up, me too. That's why I never got tattoos. You don't ever want to let a motherfucker know you're coming when you're coming. I want to put on a suit, shave my hair a certain way, dress a certain way. I could be whoever I want to be. You put tats on you, you locking yourself into somebody's perception of you. And if you want to change, it's going to be hard because they got to get over this visual cue that you put out. I want to be fluid in life. I don't know where I might be, what I might do, or what environment I want to come. You don't want to let a motherfucker see you coming from a mile away. You want to be able to blend in if you want to. Master is a safe shapeshifter. The master is formless formation. I agree. What are some of the ways you test females from time to time? Oh man, so many ways. I mean, you can test a woman with anything. When you change, they have to change how they treat you. I live in Scottsdale now, you out in AZ? No, but I used to fuck around in AZ. Tell that woman to play her role or hit the road. I only got one diamond tattoo. I'm at the stage in life where I now got to get 100% out of a woman, full submission. But I don't have my own car, a place yet, so I'm trying to wait. Should I just mash regardless? Mash regardless. How you gonna learn? Man, I was mashing like this before I motherfucking had anything, man. Shit. I have women hit me up all the time that I used to have 10 plus years ago. They hit me up, they see my videos everywhere. And they tell me, oh, you doing everything you said. Everything you saying is like, oh, they think you lying. You really like this. Every single female that I had back in the day when I had nothing. I had 304s, right? Never had hoes, man. I'm telling you, I never had hoes, man. Never. And I'm saying that on camera. But I had women, man, that was fucking with me when I was living, with roommates. Nigga, I could pull shit off like that. You feel me? Getting a broad to fuck with me and really psych it to me. I had fucking roommates, man. How that work, man? I had 3-4 women when I didn't even have a place, 2 or Mitsubishi. Say it all the time. With the light, I had to hit it. You know how that work? Because I told them the only way to fuck with me is the way I want to be fucked with, and how I want to be fucked with is to be talked to like a king. All of this other shit don't matter, baby, because I'm gonna get it. I'm a king inside first, so treat me and talk to me like one. And guess what? The ones who wanted to fuck with me got with that program. But I really felt like that. Looking back on it now, this shit was crazy. You had nothing. But because I felt like that, the woman had to treat me like that, and that's why I manifested where I am now, because the external matched up with my internal. So to my packet, fuck a place, you had a right one and a left one. It ain't about the look, it's about the hood. I'm forgetting who I am, man. There's a lot of times, man, I see it all the time. Dudes forget who they are. They get in a relationship, they get comfortable, they start sliding, they start slacking, they forget who they are. But it ain't that you're forgetting who you are. You're not doing the things that make you who you are. When you were doing the things and the daily actions, you remembered who you are. You just got to start doing the daily actions that affirm the person that you want to be. Ain't nothing like getting up every morning and doing a hard workout. Getting up in the morning and reading a page or two of some good wisdom to take into your day. Ain't nothing like restraining and refraining from a certain vice that you have and feeling proud at the end of the day that you did that. Being consistent and doing what you say you're going to do every day. That's why it's important to dress well. There ain't nothing like getting up in the morning, getting a hard workout in, eating clean, saying no thank you to the vices and the sugary food and the this and the that, and then getting dressed in some nice clothes, looking in the mirror, trimmed up, shaved up, and walking outside. You know what I'm saying? It's just you feel right. You feel like you vibrate. That's all you need to be doing something hard every day. Self-inflicted adversity, right? To deny the vices, right? To eat clean, right? And to dress nice. You feeling good. You're going to be walking around feeling good just because of those few accomplishments. Reading a good book of wisdom every day. Getting your mind right. Having clarity. Did you ever let your BM disrespect? Oh, my baby mama disrespected me so fucking much. My baby mama has disrespected me in the worst fucking way. Oh my God. Nobody in life has ever disrespected me more than my baby mama. But that's, she had the power. There's nothing that I can do about it. There's nothing that I could have done about it. But that's why I put it into motion. Now I have full custody of my child. And guess what? All the disrespect is gone. Because she's not in a position of power. You know, the only person in a position of power is somebody who knows you can't walk away. When you have a child, you can't walk away. Now, I wasn't with her, but I couldn't walk away from just dealing with her because I had to deal with my son. A lot of niggas don't know how to dress, then you got a problem. Man, you don't got to know how to dress because, I mean, it's all subjective. You can wear just something nice, you know, something nice, something off the mannequin, you know, just something nice. When you in shape, you ain't got to be dressing. You get you some nice dress pants and a nice fitted shirt and you looking good. Or just a nice fitted V-neck, you know, and some nice jeans, some clean shoes. That's all. My cousin had a girl that thought because she owned her home that she was better than him and used to disrespect him. That's why you gotta relegate money to mean nothing. You gotta let a woman that money mean nothing to me. Because as long as money means something, then it's always somebody above you in her eyes. Money don't mean nothing to me. We gonna get that, the money is nothing. Character, you know, how I move, my style, my swag, my intellect, you know, who I am, the knowledge that I give, the energy transmission that I have, you know, my power to change your life and continually elevate. That's the most valuable thing. Fuck the money, bitch. I could have it today, not have it tomorrow, I'm still me. And when you stand on that shit, bitch can't stand on you with nothing. Bitch can't stand on you with nothing that she got, because bitch, that don't move me. How you gonna move me with something that don't move me? That don't move me, bitch. That's not valuable to me. It's valuable, but ain't more valuable than this. So bitch could miss me with all that and give a fuck what you got. That's how I used to think all the time. Bitch, I don't give a fuck what you got if you ain't finna give it to me. You might as well not have it, bitch, because it don't do nothing for me. So what we talking about right now? Some cats on just reading a newspaper and magazine, sparking convo with abroad. Yeah, you gotta build value in yourself, and you know, just have things to talk about. You know what it is? It's about getting to know you. When you start reading, when you start doing things, when you become all about you. I'm working on myself, personal development. I'm finding out what I'm interested in. I got hobbies. I got things that I like to do. Man, you might draw, you might do this, you might read, you might like certain things on YouTube, certain podcasts. When you become so all into you, you know, the bitch end up being into you because you so into whatever you into, but you don't even know who you are and don't even know what you like, so you ain't got shit to say to the bitch but the silly shit that you think bitches want to hear. And then you wonder why you attracting silly bitches. I'm so into me and the shit that I'm motherfucking into. I'm so into it that a bitch got to be into it, because she like, this nigga so enamored with what he doing. He want to talk about what he doing and what he thinking, this, that, and the third. That's why you got to get to know yourself. Be with yourself. Be on your shit. Be into what you're doing. And be passionate about it, and then you got something to talk about. Vegas, LA, or Miami? Miami and Vegas. If I had to pick two. All right, man, I'm about to jump off. Y'all got any last questions? Man, I done gave y'all a whole mouthful. Y'all feel that game flowing through me? Every time I jump on this motherfucker, the game just be flowing through me. And I be giving y'all gems that I shouldn't even give y'all. I be giving y'all gems I shouldn't even give y'all. I'm going to post this video only for those who got my course and who jump on the game calls. It'll be in that course, that course too. You know, get my book list, life changing. Get on my Game Guy Mentality course, life changing. If you want to understand why I got this mindset and how you can get it too. Get in my weekly group calls. Going down on Sunday, but you got to get in there before to get the notification. And you know, too much value. Man, too much motherfucking value. I need to sew this motherfucker up and sell it for real. For real. Stay active on YouTube. Yeah, man, I'm trying to move off of these platforms like Instagram and stuff, because if one day they try to cut me off or something like that, you know, I'm done. So I want to move over to YouTube. Please go check out my YouTube. If you really fuck with me, go check out my YouTube. Watch those videos. Like, comment, you know, share that shit. Let's get this game out. If you feel value in this game, other people going to have value for this game. You know, I feel like it's something that's needed. It helped me. It helps others, you know. So, you know, help me spread this motherfucking message. I started LLC. How should I move next? I don't know what business you have, so I can't say what you should do next. But you should, if you got an LLC, the next thing you need to do is get your EIN and go down to the bank and open up a business bank account for that LLC. As far as what you should do after that, I don't know the business. So I can't say, but if you got an LLC, get an EIN, go down to the bank, open up a business bank account in that LLC's name. I'm between who I was and who I want to become, getting personal life possessions in order, and building both my females up to par. But I have time. I want to just focus on me, man. And I'm gonna get off, but man, I want to touch on that big, man, because I was heavy in that situation. And if I could go back, I used to say this, man, for all the time and energy that I focused on pouring and building up the women around me, I wish I would have took that time and energy and poured and built myself up. Right? You building other human beings. What if you, and they listen half the time, what if you, and they might not even be here in 2 years, what if you took all the energy you had building up this person, building up that woman, helping that dude, helping that person, and took all that energy and poured it into yourself, took your own advice and built yourself up? That's what I'm on right now. That's what you need to be doing, and you will never fail doing that. The bitches can never be as big as you can be, because it ain't their dream anyway, right? They can be big, but only you could be as big as you can be, because you can build yourself to heights that you can never build them, because your vision is for you. And once you become everything you're supposed to be, your cup overflows so much by accident. You influence people to build themselves, because you are such an attractive human being that people want to be like you. They want to work out like you. They want to cut the vices like you. They want to stop smoking weed like you. They want to be in your position because you built yourself up to be such an attractive, ultimate man, mentally and physically, that just your presence of who you are will change the world and change the people around you. If I could go back in time, I would have focused more on myself. And wouldn't have diverted my energy to other people. I would have put it all into me first. But that's great that you had a turning point between who you were and who you want to be. Your page is down. Your website not loading up. Which website? GoldieRatio.com? Somebody go check for me. GoldieRatio.com not loading up. GoldieRatio.com. Listen, let's just say it's not loading up. DM me right now. DM me if you want something. What's a respectful mannerism to behave in my precious friends and our men colleagues? I'm hella cool, but he watching me. I don't want to disrespect or give off the wrong message. I don't know what you're saying. Crush his friends. Nah, you can see it on mobile. You can see my website on mobile. Book a call, DM me, because I would love to know how to move through things with a criminal record. Man, that shit don't mean nothing. That shit don't mean nothing. All right. Since didn't nobody want to tell me if my website was working or not, got 100 people on here. Nobody could have jumped to see if my website was working. It's not working. But you the same person who said it wasn't working the first time. I wanted to hear from somebody else. Maybe it's just your phone. It's working, Goldie. Thank you, beautifully human. I was able to access the site on desktop. Yeah. Gang Guy Mentality course, gang weekly calls, book list, how to ask men for money, ebook, get something. Join the free community where I be kicking game in there. I kick heavy game in there. I don't just kick game. I kick life game in there. I give out free courses, free PDFs, free etiquette shit. I give out tons of free stuff in my free school. So go check that shit out. Hey man, you're gonna have to pay a whole lot for this shit real motherfucking soon. When the world get a hold of me, y'all gonna have to pay big money to hear me talk like this. So y'all better soak it all up. Y'all better get in now. Y'all better get grandfathered into the courses and shit like that. Because in a minute, I'ma blow. Book list is top level, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, that shit changed my life. Changed my life. You'll change your life just going through a couple of those books. And you know, whatever one you pick is probably gonna be the one for you. But man, I'm trying to tell you that asking is giving is some deep shit. Might not be for everybody, but that was a heavy one for me too. You're not seeing it every time. man. The issues you gonna come up against, man. We're not gonna talk about the issues you're gonna come up against, man. You want to talk about the issues you having, because you get to thinking about some issues you gonna come up against before you come up against them. You gonna manifest them to happen, and you wasn't even finna run into them. You just gonna be looking for them now. Reticular activator in your brain, man. You gonna focus on whatever you're thinking about. Don't think about the problems that you might come up against. Just deal with the problems that you do have. You need to get on my motherfucking course. You need to book a call. We can talk about your situation personally. All right, check this out. I'm gone. Get on my site. Everything I got is on my site.